Going on, y'all? Nick here, coming to you with another video. Check this out, y'all. In this video, we have two clips that we're gonna play. All right. The first clip is gonna be of Karen Jean-Pierre, who is currently the White House press secretary under Joe Biden. All right. She's going to be asked a question, whether or not Biden thinks transgender athletes in women's sports is a women's rights issue. And then the second clip is going to be of Khabib Nurmagomedov. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He is a Russian former mixed martial artist, all right? And look at his response to the topic of the LGBT, all right? It's going to be a stark contrast. Check these clips out.
Question on the big election topic, transgender rights. Former Governor Nikki Haley and presidential candidate says, quote, "The idea that we have biological boys playing in girls' sports, it is the women's issue of our time." Does the president agree that this is a women's rights issue?
So we've talked about this many times. This is the Title IX specifically. And again, we've talked about this multiple times. It's a complicated issue, and there are a wide range of views on this.
Now, notice she mentions that it's a complicated issue. Where's the complication? What's so complicated about the topic of whether or not biological males should be competing in sports with biological women? Can you guys please chime in? Put it in the comment section down below. But what is so complicated about this question or this topic?
The Department of Education proposed a rule, as you know, that gives schools the flexibility to establish their own athletics policies. And so while establishing guardrails, right, to prevent discrimination against transgender kids. And that is something that is incredibly important, that the president wants to make sure that we also do that as well. So I'm just not going to get ahead of that. As I said, there's a proposed rule Title IX on Title IX that the Department of Education has laid out. So I'm just not going to get ahead of that as it relates to the Department of Education.
Daughters, does he care that girls are allowed to compete in sports without fear of injury? Does he think it's fair for girls to have to compete against biological males? I
just answered the question. It is a complicated issue. It is truly a complicated issue with a wide range of views, There is no yes or no answer to this. It is complicated. There's a rule that the Department of Education has put forward, and we're going to let that process move forward. It is, again, we want to make sure that while we establish guardrails with this rule, that we also prevent discrimination as well against transgender kids. But again, a complicated issue with a wide range of views, and we respect that. Okay.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but did she actually answer the question? I mean, the woman asked politely, does Joe Biden care? She's trying to understand that if there's any moral or ethical perception on the actual topic. You see, this is how one should answer the question, which is direct and concrete. Yes, we do care, and we believe that it is absolutely wrong, it is absolutely erroneous for biological males to compete with biological women. I mean, that is how you answer the question with concreteness. You see, what these people do is what they've always done, which is beat around the bush. And they always want to avoid the topic because they understand fully well that they look like complete idiots. I don't know how this country got to this state where we are literally discussing whether or not men should be competing with women. I mean, we have separated the two sexes in sports for years. And now that we've opened the proverbial Pandora's box, we have a whole bunch of men that are breaking women's records in such a insane fashion that the sport itself is no longer credible. It has become a complete laughingstock, and America as a whole has become a complete laughingstock. I want you guys right now to watch Khabib Nurmagomedov, because check out how he responds with concreteness the topic of the LGBT community. Check this out.
A very technical question for you. I know you're a math guy, and this one may be a tough question for you. If you're uncomfortable answering this one, I'm totally okay with that. In America, we have a few hundred genders. How many genders do you guys have in Russia? Just very, I know you're a math guy, that's why I'm asking. I think maybe there's a,
like, here is like, I see only women and men. There is no between.
got it.
No between. Maybe kids.
You know,
This is like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, first time in my life, couple weeks ago, and I was in California, I was like, on coffee shop, it's like, I really want to go bathroom. It's like, can I go bathroom? Okay, they told me code, and I'm coming like, 2 bedroom, all gender. It's like, what is this? Where I have to go? First time I said, like, I stopped, like, I stayed like 5 seconds there, like, where's woman, where's man? I locked the door. Anybody inside? It's like, okay. It's like, I don't know, but I grew up in very traditional place, with very traditional family. I'm very happy with this. Like, I'm from big mountains, and we have only 2 gender.
well, you know, listen. That's in the mountains. But when you live in cities in America, there's like 40, 50 genders. Because here, math is like very important to them. So they kind of want to mess with it.
Like, I have to be careful.
You have to be careful here. You have to be careful.
So I don't know if you guys were noticing. Did you see the reaction of the crowd? How he was saying, you know, he's no comedian by any stretch of the imagination, but yet they were laughing because he was puzzled about which bathroom to go into. You see, this is what I'm talking about, where America has literally become a laughingstock. And this is why, you know, America is in some big trouble. Matter of fact, truth be told, the Western world as a whole is in some big trouble. It really is, because if we are literally wasting our time where we're dealing with simple questions such as how many sexes there are. I mean, have we not figured this out in the thousands of years of the existence of mankind? Have we not figured out how many sexes there are? Is this literally the type of questions that we are entertaining? Or in the case of Karen Jean-Pierre, avoiding altogether? It's really sad and it's really concerning, you guys. It really is. Let this be known. Biblically, there are only 2 genders. This should not even be something that we are debating. This should not be something that we are arguing. It's just common sense. But I'm very curious, what do you guys believe on the whole situation? Please chime in on the comments down below. Also, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment down below, do all that YouTube stuff, and please stay tuned for more videos like this in the near future. With that being said, Nick over and out. The message sent. Jesus is King, y'all.